Wednesday evening concert is devoted to music for pianos or piano with several hands, 4 of them actually to be precise. We begin with Schubert variations for 4 hands. Prior to CDs, television, radio, anything technological, people played music in their homes, particularly in a culture like in Germany. It was inherent that there was a piano in the house, and people would perform piano versions or 2 piano versions or 4 hand versions on 1 piano of all kinds of repertoire that you couldn't have in the house. Symphonies would be played at home by families. And there was a great deal of music written specifically for piano 4 hands by Schubert, actually over 3 dozen pieces. And we begin the evening's program with one of the most charming of these. It's a set of variations, which is the opposite of deep loss, tragic Schubert. This is one of the most lyrical, beautiful, charming pieces ever, and a great way to open our concert. Following that, we have one of the great pieces for the 2 piano repertoire. This is Bartók's Sonata for 2 pianos and percussion. Bartók altogether wrote for the piano as a percussive instrument. It's very clear that he understood that the piano sound was made by hammers hitting strings, the key word being hitting. And so he always had a sense of the piano and percussion instruments being close relatives. He was commissioned to write a piece and wanted to write a piece for piano and percussion, but soon realized that the impact of the sound of percussion instruments is particularly striking, pun intended, and he decided that instead of 1 piano, he really needed 2 to balance the weight of the percussion. So we have a really unique and fantastic sound event with 2 pianos and 2 percussionists, all of the parts really being equal, and Bartók at his most exuberant, outward, and exciting sounding music. After intermission, we move to another Hungarian, György Kurtág, who amazingly is still alive as I speak at the age of 100 and still composing. And Kurtág happened to be a very good pianist. His wife also a very good pianist, and they played throughout their lives together. So he had a great affinity for 2 piano pieces and 1 piano 4-hand pieces. And he also had a great love and admiration for old music. He transcribed many old pieces, And what we have here is a transcription for piano, 4 hands, of 2 pieces by Mussorgsky. One of them comes from the opera Boris Godunov, really a transcription of a little scene in Boris Godunov. The other piece actually was written first as a piano piece by Mussorgsky. It then became an orchestral piece, and Kurtág made a transcription of what the orchestral piece would have been. So not simply the piano piece, but more broadly layered, therefore needing a couple more hands to play it. As a finale, we come to yet another really interesting manifestation of compositions which become something else and then go back to their original form. So Rachmaninoff, as his last ever written piece, was going to write a ballet. And he was writing this ballet with originally starting 2 pianos. When ballets were written, people often would start with a piano version because that's what you would use for rehearsals. So the piano version would be used to rehearse the dancers, and then when the ballet actually got performed, you would have the full orchestra. In this case, Rachmaninoff's wish to have a ballet never came to fruition because the person he was working with died, and eventually this piece became an orchestral work, Symphonic Dances, one of his most famous orchestral works. But there existed this version for the ballet of 2 pianos, and that's what we will hear to finish the program. Of course, Rachmaninoff was certainly the greatest pianist of his time, probably one of the greatest pianists ever. And so the idea of Rachmaninoff piano music on not 1 but 2 pianos is something that, as you can imagine, is a feast for lovers of piano music, virtuoso piano music, romantic piano music, and this is a great way to finish this quite unique program.